EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's another beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. Also on the lineup is Let's Talk, and we shall be looking at Ecolab Radiology and Laboratory Services, one of the fastest growing radiology and laboratory services providers in Nigeria. On Spot On, we shall bring you a marketing, communication and branding expert, Tomi Ikenye, who is the head of business at Detail and Avidia Consulting, a leading retail and media consulting firm. And on the face-to-face is an insightful, experienced and resourceful oncologist, Dr. Adeniji Adeoluwa, who is the Chief Medical Director of Mikio Healthcare Limited, operators of Mikio Cancer Center, a world-class and most comprehensive oncology center in West Africa. It's a package you'll love to watch. Sit back as we bring you the details. Research reports have shown that any country that desires capacity and quality to enhance productivity for economic growth and development must give adequate attention to human capital. Manish Nanda is the Managing Director of New Home Distribution Africa Limited.
So basically, we are into the distribution, and we also import the CKD products, which are the parts. Then we do the assembly over here, and we do the distribution all over Nigeria. Apart from Scanfrost, we also, we are the distributor for Sony brand. We are the distributor for the Beko in the home appliances. We have Sony as well as Beko also. So our vision is basically, to be the household name by offering the quality product in Pan Nigeria. And I think we are very close to our vision, and our mission is to to see that our customers are they are satisfied, they are happy, and they are convinced on what product they are buying and what kind of services they get. So I think we are pretty good with that. So as I told you, just that we are working more and more on now how to save cost, so that there is less pressure on the consumers. So we are offering more inverter series products, like in the air conditioners we are offering you the inverter series, on the freezers we are offering you the inverter series products. Also on the washing machine, that is a washer cum dryer, we are offering you the inverter series product. So we are working very closely to see that how consumer spends less on the energy bills. So I would say that these are the quality products. I won't say that these are some cheaper products, but it is value for money products. So we are very conscious about what we offer. It should be pocket friendly to the Nigerian consumers, and as well as they get the best quality also. So since this is a consumer durable, so I think we have to offer them the good quality with a good service backup. So that is what is our efforts. So our ideal clients are all across Nigeria. We have got almost 700 dealers, which covers the modern retail partners, which covers our online partners as well as the traditional channel.
We are called New Home Distribution Africa Limited, one of the fastest growing home appliances distribution companies in Nigeria. New Home Distribution Africa Limited. Call us. This is Ecolab Radiology and Laboratory Services Limited. We are your preferred world standards medical diagnostic solutions provider. Ecolab is a member of the Integrated Diagnostic Holding IDH Consortium, the largest privately owned medical diagnostic group in the Middle East and Africa. Ecolab Radiology and Laboratory Services Limited. Call us now. Ecolab, caring through technology. This is an amazing job opening. Media television marketing, a university or polytechnic degree in marketing or mass communication, XNYC, good looks, good spoken English, marketing experience, between 22 and 40 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall or more, 250,000 naira per month, a car and a driver. If the cap fits, then send your CV to eombusinessnk@yahoo.com. Dr. Alok Bhatia is the Chief Executive Officer of Ecolab Radiology and Laboratory Services, a member of the Integrated Diagnostic Holding IDH Consortium.
We are a one-stop shop, if we can put that in one line. One-stop shop in the diagnostics offering between pathology, radiology, as well as allied branches to our consumers, which means we do blood tests, we do pathology other tests, we also do radiology investigations which have x-rays, ultrasounds, mammographies, and the high-end investigations as well in radiology, which means CT scans, MRIs, and a lot of other things. So we are under one roof, every facility in that. When we entered into Nigeria, it was through an acquisition. When I say we, means we have a parent organization as one of our major investors and shareholders called IDH Diagnostics, which is one of the largest diagnostics in Africa and Middle East. The organization is based out of Egypt, where they have the largest footprints, but they're also based about in other countries, and Nigeria being one, Lebanon being another, Sudan being another. Now we are also going for Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. And in total, we have around 600 branches all across the world. So that brings the value to this very beautiful organization and the vision and the mission of that organization alongside the other shareholders. What is the vision? To be the service provider of choice for the people of Nigeria and wherever we work for that reason. And we are pledged to do that. Now, while we entered Nigeria in 2018, it was through acquiring one of the organizations which was primarily focused on radiology. But the sooner we came here, we brought values into pathology, we brought values into higher end of radiology, and that is what we want to do. Accessibility, which means how many areas are you covering? For example, we have 12 branches, but we want to be in every state. We also want to carry our services to the remotest places in Nigeria so that the end beneficiary doesn't have to move too much for healthcare. And if we can keep that promise in the next 5 to 10 years, I think we've done our job. We are quite ahead in our way, and we're already serving a very significant portion. Our market share is very high, and we're very happy that we are able to deliver very nice, good, quality-based services at affordable prices. We have one-stop shop, so it is quite a bit of array of services. We have almost all the investigations being done in-house. A few of them which we do not do or which are not possible to be done so far in the country. We have our bigger laboratories, mega laboratories in Egypt. We ship the samples there. They are very occasional ones, and we are bringing in technology very soon in the next 1 to 2 years, when we will be doing almost 95-98% of those things as well in the country. And of course, we also offer regular routine radiology as well as high-end radiology. So this is a complete array. And to top it all, we also include endoscopies, we include spirometry, we include audiometry, we have health checkups. So it's a complete A to Z array of things which somebody can do in diagnostics that we also do.
This is Ecolab Radiology and Laboratory Services Limited. We are your preferred world standards medical diagnostic solutions provider. Ecolab is a member of the Integrated Diagnostic Holding IDH Consortium, the largest privately owned medical diagnostic group in the Middle East and Africa. Ecolab Radiology and Laboratory Services Limited. Call us now. Ecolab, caring through technology. Tomi Ikenye, is the head of business, Detail and Avendia Limited, a leading retail and media consulting firm.
Detail and Avendia began operations in 2020. We are a subsidiary of a larger group called the Avuna Group, basically. We started by just putting out proposals to a bunch of companies out there, and then we luckily got inroads with Oak Pensions, and they loved our proposals, and then from there we kicked off, and then we started to reach out to more agencies. Our employment grew from, it was just 2 of us, which was me and the head of the group. Today now we're about 32. Our vision is to become an indispensable agency that provides support for other agencies. Like earlier mentioned, we've grown from just providing basic branding and communications for agencies to actually, playing in the billboard space. That's the outdoor space. Currently set up a billboard in Oshodi. Detail and Avendia was coined from defined retail and Avuna media, right? So the detail in itself is defined retail, because in our early days we started working as retail consulting. So we worked on the Jumia vendor board to help manage the vendors and see how we can improve the ease of doing business between Jumia and their vendors and the customers as well. So they had a bunch of vendors on the board, which is Mr. Edwards, which is our head of the groups. He was on the board, and if I remember at the time, Jumia never specifically had defined brands. Anybody could sell Nike products or Adidas products, but as at the time we were on the board, part of this were created, and we're able to come up with innovative solutions like that. Because of counterfeit products that I usually buy from Jumia, and they were getting associated with things like that, why don't we approach it this way? So those were part of some of the things we did. So that was how we really started as a business, right? So it was defined retail, which is detail, and then Avuna Media, which is media itself. So that's where you get the Detail and Avendia from. For us, we chose Nigerian British Chambers of Commerce because of the ease of facilitating business relationships, basically. We provide content marketing, communications, public relations, product development, product engineering, market research, and product distribution. Basically, everything we do is around marketing and the media in itself. We also carry out media buying campaigns for clients as well. We also consult. We take a look at your brand and see how we can put your brand out there and help you increase ROI and brand equity in your industry. Our vision basically is to create value, incremental value for businesses in our community and across Africa. So I believe we are doing that. Mostly, other than the Oshodi project, we've also partnered with EcoDisco to work on a payment app, but because we're a media agency, for us it is way more than just payments. So what we did was to develop an app for disco customers to communicate easily with the disco, because there's always been that barrier, and for us it was a way to also take the brand image of the disco away, the story of that from the negative aspect of things, just moving them forward. The project initially was called Power G, but it is what has morphed into the EcoDisco self-care app today. So that's one of the things we've done, well, amongst others anyways. For us, our approach is very systematic. We have a process to how it's done. I mean, I've worked with agencies, media agencies in Nigeria, and I kind of understand how their process is. For us, every single thing, even up to the KPI for each of the campaigns we want to achieve, there's a system for it. How we can be monitored, how we can be followed through. We also, for us, very importantly, the ROI of our clients, increasing it is very important for us. And giving you the value in which you have reached out to us for. Increasing your brand equity as well. We have been able to shield ourselves with a good understanding of investments, and we have been able to diversify our offerings to include areas that have been long-term viability, basically. This is in line with our vision and to grow an umbrella agency that provides support to our businesses, and others as well. I hope to see Digital and Media Consulting at the forefront of leading business organizations, recording identifiable successes in booming sectors like tech, retail, and media solutions. I would say we managed a campaign for Oak Pensions the last quarter of 2020, which was basically the first thing we did. And the feedback on that was huge, because we were able to reach as much as 13,000 people and get engagement of over 100,000. Getting feedback from people about the brand, we're able to actually use the data we gathered from that particular campaign itself to improve certain messages from the brand.
I'm an actor, producer, I'm a comedian, MC, voiceover artist, you name it, anything under entertainment. And I'm here to just bring you one good news. What's the good news? It's a reality show. It's called Challenge to Win. Are you an actor? Oh, okay. Can you act? Can you sing? Can you dance? Can you rap? Can you do magic? Can you do anything out of the ordinary? Hey, if you can do any of those, I have good news for you. Just be part of Challenge to Win. How do you participate? Just log on to www.challengetowin.com and you get all the juicy details on the website.
We are called Detail and Avendia. Oh yes, Detail and Avendia Consulting. We are a leading retail and media consulting firm with core competence in retail solutions, PRO, content marketing, brand communication, film and micro solutions for brand across multiple industries in Africa. Detail and Avendia. Call us now. Special television report on Middle Hall Group of Schools with Dr. Kende Wani, who is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer. Watch out. Dr. Adeniji Adeoluwa, an insightful and resourceful oncologist, is the chief medical director of Micure Healthcare Limited, a member of Micure Industries Limited.
Micure Cancer Center happens to be the first world-class, the most comprehensive cancer center in the entire West Africa. And it's a great privilege that we have it in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. Micure Cancer Center actually is owned by the chairman, I'll call it a board of directors, chaired by Sir Samir Udani, who thought about the ideas, the vision, who thought about, bringing up a world-class oncology center to Nigeria, and that's what has happened. And so it's a cancer center with the first PET CT scan in the entire West Africa. 6 floors building with the aim of being able to reach out to a lot of people, whether they're in their whether they are financially low or they are in good financial status. So irrespective of where they are, the plan is to give them the best care anywhere, irrespective of their financial status. So that is the background that I'm going to put up this time around. The vision of Mikio Cancer Center is to have a world-class cancer center right on the soil of Nigeria, and as much as possible also to be able to extend the same facility all over Nigeria and even outside Nigeria, and I'm talking about West Africa to be precise. So that is the plan, world class with experienced hands, where Africans can have access to healthcare without traveling outside, and yet they're able to get affordable, best care that they can ever have access to anywhere in the world. And of course, the mission is to bring in the best of the tools, to bring in the best of the hands, to ensure that people don't just come to Nigeria and say, oh, Nigeria, what we're used to is people say, oh, Nigeria, they don't have the best expertise, they don't have the best tool, you have to travel out. Like some of my patients used to travel out of Nigeria to do PET CT scan. They spend thousands of dollars without relatives and then with the stress just to bring the report. But right now, they don't have to do that. They come to Lagos, Nigeria, to Mikio Cancer Center, they can do their scan. And as they do their scan, they get the reports right here with their family support, and everything is fine. So that is the whole mission, using the best tools, using the best hands, bringing the best care, to everyone irrespective of their financial status all over Nigeria, and then eventually all over West Africa. Mikio Cancer Center renders, number one, we do what is called the annual screening for people that need to do their annual checkups. They want to know the status of their health, whether there's cancer or not, whether there's anything special they need to do or not. Then we also do chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is the treatment of cancer with drugs as much as possible. And we have, I would say, one of the best chemotherapy suites that has ever been in West Africa. For example, we have a chemotherapy suite that is very spacious, a screen and a sound system to an individual patient, homely, beautiful, with experienced professionals. So we do chemotherapy. Also, radiotherapy is using radiotherapy machines or radiation, to be able to treat cancer. We also do other treatments such as immunotherapy, targeted therapy, and so on and so forth. But one thing we also do, which is peculiar to our center, is the fact that we make diagnosis of cancer very easy and very accurate. For example, we use the PET CT scan. This is the only place you can find that in the entire West Africa. So I'm so glad to be able to say that. I would say the first thing is the boldness of the chairman, because to have a cyclotron and PET CT in a building in West Africa for the first time, it wasn't an easy task, because the investment is huge. A lot of investors don't want to put in their money, that everyone has been running away. And I must say this, about 20 years ago when cyclotron was approved for use, imagine we are just having that in Nigeria in 2021 December. So it tells you that investors ran away from it. So I love the boldness of the chairman, Sir Samir Wudani, who was able to take the bull by the horn, and then with the rest of the board of directors, and they were able to set this. It took them a whole lot of perseverance, but here we are, we have it. And then number two is the customer-friendly environment that Mikio has created, because a lot of people want to come down to Mikio now. Even people from outside Nigeria want to come in and do their PET CT scan, which is amazing. And of course, the marketing team for Mikio is excellent. And the team we have on ground, the professionals, they have been verified, qualified, well experienced, well versed. So that alone, has given the clients the confidence to be able to come in, and the news is spreading everywhere and more people are coming in. And I must say that since December 2021 up to now, we've seen a lot of clients coming in for PET CT scan, and we have seen a number of clients also coming in for oncology services. The major thing in Nigerian business is power supply. The best way to address it is to have a form of independent power supply. There is no individual who is going to depend on the general power supply doing a major business like we are doing now, who is going to succeed. That is the truth. It's another investment entirely. Independent power supply, sometimes you use the gas, sometimes you use the solar, which is common, and sometimes you use a standby, a very good or standard set of generating devices just to generate power supply. So companies do have that, and that's what we have also at Meteor. So it's something we've been able to take care of to be able to get to the point we are in, because cyclotron has to be powered around the clock. It must not go off up to 60 seconds. So as much as possible, you want the power supply to be constant, and independent power supply must be put into consideration for any major business owner who wants to succeed in Nigeria. The growth and development of small and medium enterprises in Nigeria, obviously there are challenges. I would say that it may be difficult for small scale businesses, to survive in Nigeria, because number one, they may not be able to take care of a few things which are necessary. For example, power supply, which we just talked about. To be able to set up independent power supply, you will need to invest, a lot of money. And these business scales may not be able to afford it, and even including the intermediate business owners. So I would just say that Nigeria may not be a good environment, a favorable environment for such businesses to thrive. However, I understand that the government is doing a whole lot to change things and to make the environment more comfortable and more conducive for such business owners. So I believe in the years to come, things will be much better.
Hello and welcome to Meteor Healthcare Limited. We are a world-class and quality therapeutics healthcare solutions provider. We offer the best in pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, ophthalmology, oncology, and more. Meteor, call us now. Meteor Healthcare Limited, your trusted healthcare partner. And this is where we bring down the curtains on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our deep gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.